Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. It's Kim with Kim's Inspired Life, and welcome to the new open collaboration hosted by Life with Patty and, make sure I get this right, My Mountain Home and Kitchen, another California friend. They have put together this new collaboration called hashtag Thursday Booktube. They're inviting everyone who would like to come and share a book review, or anything to do with books that sparks your interest, to share it on Thursday. And so when I heard Patty talking about it, I thought, oh, that's great, because that's one of the things that is reoccurring for me. I may not always have time to get in my craft room. I may not always have time to get in my kitchen and film what I'm cooking, because as you know, that takes a lot of time to do that and then edit and all that. But I'm always reading something every week, and I love books. So I'm going to try to participate as often as I can in the hashtag Thursday Booktube, and you're invited to join along as well. Okay, so I have a few books to share with you, and you may know, if you watched my last video or you follow me on Facebook, you'll know that I was in New Orleans last week. Just got home on Sunday about noon, and I was there for a Catholic Daughter Convention, so there was a lot of business happening, but a lot of fun too. And at the convention, of course, there were exhibitors, and one of the exhibitors that was there was actually there to share the Magnificat. So if you are familiar with the Magnificat, they have a Magnificat for kids and a Magnificat for adults. And it's a type of prayer book. And but at their table, they had about 10 books. And they were selling them until they sold out. The books were there for you to see, that you can go to their website and order them when you go and order the Magnificat. So anyway, so the books that they had for sale were half price. So I wanted to bring home something for the kids, and so I found this book by Tommy DePaula. If you know the author Tommy DePaula, he's a children's book author, and he writes, since he is Catholic, he writes a lot of books for children that are faith-based. So this one's called Mary, the Mother of Jesus, and so I'm so excited to give that to the kids. And we'll read it tonight because they are coming over this afternoon. And so we'll read that book with them. So I'm excited about that. The other book I wanted to share with you is this book. This is an old book by Kate DiCamillo. And if you know Kate DiCamillo, you know that she's a children's book author, young adult author. And this book is called The Miraculous Journey of Edward Tulane. So Zoe is in 2nd grade. If you have children that love books and they are learning how to read, because she can read now on her own, now is the time to start reading to them so they can hear the story and start building their vocabulary. So you want to read aloud to them. So we'll read. So we just started reading this book. We've only read 2 chapters out of it, and so far so good, because as you can see, this little character, Edward Tulane, is a little bunny, and she loves little bunnies. So so far so good. So that's just my little PSA for reading books to your children and your grandchildren as they get older. Okay, so a book that I finished while I was on the airplane coming back from New Orleans was this book. So it took me a little while to read this book. Crazy story. This is called Tom Lake, and this is a novel by Patchett. The light's kind of bright in here. Hopefully you can see that. And you can see that this is a hardbound book. Well, this book came out a year ago, a year and a half ago maybe, or has it been longer than that? Anyway, this is a Reese Witherspoon book club book. Well, when this book came out, I went to Barnes & Noble to go and find it, hoping that, maybe it's been out for a couple of years, but anyway, hoping to find it in paperback. Could not, only had it in hardback, and it was $45. And I thought, I can't spend $45 on a book. Well, about a month later, I was at our local library, and they have the Friends of the Library used books, and I ended up picking this up for $3. So I was so excited about it. But in the meantime, what happened was I had borrowed it, or tried to borrow the audiobook from the library. You can borrow books online through using the Libby app. And so it came. And so I actually listened to the first 13 or 14 chapters as an audiobook, and then there's 21 chapters in the book, and so the rest of them I read after I bought the book. So if you like family stories, then you'll probably like this book. The little twist, I guess, to the book doesn't come until the last chapter, until chapter 21. I'll read you about the author first. Ann Patchett is the author of novels, works of fiction and nonfiction, and children's books, which I did not know that. She has been the recipient of numerous awards, including the PEN/Faulkner Award for Fiction, the Women's Prize for Fiction in the UK, and the Book Sense Book of the Year Award. Her novel, The Dutch House, was a finalist for the Pulitzer Prize. Her work has been translated into more than 30 languages. Time magazine named her one of the 100 most influential people in the world, and President Biden awarded her the National Humanities Medal in recognition for her contributions to American culture. She lives in Nashville, Tennessee, and she owns Parnassus Books. So what year was this? 2023. So this book is copyright 2023. I knew it hadn't been out for that long. So this is right here in the inside, it just says, in this beautiful and moving novel about family, love, and growing up, Ann Patchett once again proves herself to be one of America's finest writers. So I like her writing style. This was the first book that I read by Ann Patchett, and so I think I would recommend this. I like this book. It's if you like family stories. So in the meantime, where was I? Were we at a yard sale, or were we at a thrift store? I can't remember, but in the meantime, look, I found another book by Ann Patchett. This is called State of Wonder, and it's a New York Times bestseller, as you can see. This is actually what I'm going to be reading next. And then, of all things, when we were in New Orleans last week, when we were in the French Quarter, we had just gone to eat some yummy beignets at Cafe du Monde. If you know about that, you know. We had to walk after we ate beignets. And so we were walking around doing a little bit of souvenir shopping. I found a bookstore. There's a little bookstore on the corner, and I said, gotta go in there. And so, guess what I found? Another Ann Patchett book. This one's called These Precious Days, and these are essays that she has written, and I love short stories and essays as well. So I will be reading that one after I read this book. So I'm excited about that, and that's what I'm sharing today for Thursday BookTube. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Patty. Thank you, both of you ladies, for starting this open collab so that we can share different books. I'm always looking for books when we go to thrift stores and yard sales and used bookstores. Love used bookstores in any city I go to. I'm always looking for them. Follow the hashtag. Go and see what other people are sharing. Thank you guys for stopping by, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.